here's why you should take an acting class. Yo, what's good, YouTube people? My name is Adam Desir, and I am back with another YouTube video about the art and the business of acting. So I feel good right now. I feel really, really good because I just literally came from an acting class online. It was through Zoom, and I feel genuinely really, really good because it was a good refresher. Because for a long time I haven't taken an acting class. The last time I took an acting class was probably sometime last year, 2022, somewhere in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? And but I didn't feel like I really learned. It was a group class, granted. And right now I just came from a private session, and it was a one-on-one session, and it was for an hour, and I genuinely feel like I actually learned. And as I was learning, I actually was really enjoying the process of breaking down the character. And this video is going to be basically about here's why you should take an acting class. So the reason why you should take an acting class before you get, before you try to, audition for like TV roles or movie roles or commercials or whatever, is because it'll teach you how to actually audition and how to actually start acting. Well, granted, auditioning and acting, in my opinion, and I've seen other people say this and agree with this, that acting and audition are two different things, two different processes. But that might be another video. But here's why you should take an acting class. It'll teach you the pretty much foundation of acting. So, and I'll keep this video brief. I'm not gonna, go too deep into detail, but here are some of the things that you're going to learn depending on the acting class you take and depending on who you're taking it with, right? You're going to learn, when you get an audition or when you get like a monologue or when you get a dialogue or whatever scene you kind of get or whatever audition you get, whatever project you get the opportunity to work with, you're going to learn who the character is. You're going to learn how to break down who the character is, where they're from, what their name is, their full name, their ethnic background, their age, what they like, what they don't like, all those kind of things, right? You're going to learn what. You're going to learn the who, what, where's, when, and why's, and how's. You're going to learn what they want in the scene, what they want overall in the project, and you're also going to learn what they want in this, like in whatever scene that you're working on, in each scene, if, for better, whatever. And then you're going to learn where the scene is taking place. So say for example, and this is something that I got a refresher on just now, say for example, if you're in a library and you're talking to someone and you're dishing out very sensitive information, all right? You're in a library, so you don't want to be too loud like this. But if you're literally in a library and you're telling someone very sensitive information, you might say it just like this. You know what I mean? Like, it just makes sense. So not every, you have to be very cautious of where your scene is taking place. That is huge. Because otherwise you're going to play every scene the same. And then you're going to learn the when. When is it taking place? Is it day? Is it night? Is it, is it back in the 18th century? Is it today? Is it whatever kind of piece? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to learn about when the time period of this piece is. Is it in the morning? Are you a morning person? Is it at night? Are you a night person? Or do you hate mornings and you're just like cranky? So you might be cranky for the scene. If your line is, how are you? And you're not a morning person, my line would be like, okay, how are you? What? You know what I'm saying? Like, just as an example, you're going to learn the why. Why are you here? Why do you want what you want? You want what you want. Say, for example, if your scene is you really want to buy that bike. Okay, why do you want to buy that bike? Is it a bike that's going to help you win the race? Is it a bike that's going to help you impress some girl in high school? Is it a bike that you just want to get because, your favorite hero, your favorite role model has this bike? Like, why do you want this bike? And the how. You're going to learn how you're going to go about getting what you want in the scene. So say, for example, if my character is manipulative, I'm going to have to say the lines in a manipulative type of way. Am I going to interrogate you? Am I going to flirt with you? Am I going to be angry with you? Am I going to be dry with you? Am I going to be happy with you? Like, how am I going to go about getting what I want from, from the scene or from the person, or from whatever it is that I'm doing in the scene? And then there's other elements to breaking down the scene. Like, for example, the overarching theme of a scene. Say, for example, if you're doing a scene, is it a scene of where you're trying to redeem yourself? What's the overarching theme? Is it a love story? Is it a coming of age? That kind of thing. So learning the overarching theme for a scene can definitely help you put things into perspective when breaking down your work, your project. And then there's other elements that I've learned. Like, for example, are you going to use the art of imagination? I think that's Stanislavski, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's Stanislavski, or actually it might be Meisner. I forgot which one. But regardless, both of them teach two different methods. One of them is teaching about imagination. So if you're in a scene and let's just say, for example, you have to shoot someone you really, really love, okay? One way you can play it is using your imagination. I'm pretty sure a lot of you, can't relate to shooting somebody, right? So a lot of you might have to use your imagination. What if this was someone that I really cared about? Like using substitution and, placing someone that you really do care about in your life. What if I'm really about to shoot this person? What if you're about to shoot your mother, your girlfriend, your father, your brother, your sister, your bestest friend, your closest role model, like your closest, your pastor or whatever? What if you really had to shoot this person? Now, obviously this is not real life, but you're using your imagination in order to make the audition or the project or your performance more real, okay? Or what you can do is use your emotional trauma or experience for the scene. So say, for example, if you did have to shoot somebody, was there ever a time that you did have to kill, for lack of better, examples, did you really have to kill somebody? Like, you don't have to comment in the section if you have to kill somebody, please don't. But was there ever a time where you had to kill someone or something? Like, did you ever have to kill your dog? I mean, not kill your dog, but did you ever have to put your dog to sleep? Or did you ever have to, kill a relationship? Or, just something that can give you that similar feeling of killing someone. So either using your imagination or your emotional trauma from your past to make the performance more authentic. So that's pretty much like a rundown, a watered down version of why I think definitely taking acting classes is very, very important. Like I just said, I just came from an acting class and I actually feel really, really good. The coach helped me break down one of my auditions that I got, and he gave me a very, the way that he broke down the audition for me was amazing. So in this business, what you got to understand is I highly recommend to always be training. And I just got back on the wave of training again, and I feel really, really good learning about other people's processes on how to break down a scene. So in this business, it's always going to be beneficial for you if you're in it for the long game, of course. If you're in it just for the fame and money and the fortune, and good luck, whatever. But if you really do enjoy this business, I highly recommend to always be training. Always be training. Even if you think you've mastered an art or something, there's always more to learn. There's always more to practice. And there's always something more to get better at, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. I kind of made it just, just out of nowhere because I figured I already have the setup here. I just came from a Zoom, class. And I feel pretty good. So that's why I'm recording it. So with that being said, I hope that you guys took value from this. If you guys do want recommendations to acting classes or where to take acting classes, feel free to comment below, and I'd be happy to give you guys some suggestions, personal suggestions that I have in mind, and just other places to look for acting classes that I've gotten from my manager or other people that are in the acting business with me. All right. So with that being said, follow my social medias. Okay. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe.